Hi, everyone. This is Mary Hafey. I am sharing with you the August newsletter. It's hard to believe it is August, and I hope you have enjoyed the summer thus far. So let me begin as we begin each time. I am a white 70-year-old woman with silvery blonde hair, blue eyes. I am wearing a very flowery summer dress with a necklace and my Black Lives Matter button. I am acknowledging that we are here on the unceded land of the Nipmuc people of the Nashaway tribe, who were the first inhabitants of this area. So actually this is going to be a big money conversation today, but I'd like to start off by acknowledging, as you've heard me say before, our staff are amazing. They are the people who truly deliver every day on the mission of the organization, and we value them tremendously. Recently, we offered this really does make sense, so hang in with me. Recently, we put out an offer to all the program participants to order a free polo shirt of the ARC, so with the ARC's logo on it, and the choice of color and size and so on. And I think there's about 250 ordered already, and people are very excited about it. They won't be in for another month, but we'll look forward to that. Our staff did a great job calling everyone or at their home visits asking, would you like a shirt? And what I heard was that some family members declined, saying, well, I'd rather the money being offered on shirts go to the staff. And so, no, I won't take one of the shirts for the program participant. In some ways, that response warmed my heart tremendously, because I realized how much you share my sentiment that our staff are absolutely the best. And at the same time, I realized that I need to share with you some of the great financial news of the support we are providing to our staff. It may or may not change your decision about the shirt, but I owe you that information. And so here goes. As you well know, you've heard me say over and over, the funding that the state provides to us in no way is adequate to provide a fair wage to our staff. We know that paying our staff reasonably means that we'll attract more staff and retain more staff, which results in better program supports. So it's essential. And you have been a partner with the staff of the ARC and the advocates of the ARC to contact your legislators when we send out the call to action, letting them know that we need our legislated officials' support in increasing funding for our programs so that we can pay staff fairly. And you have done a great job with that, and I really, truly appreciate it. So thank you to those of you who have done it. No, I'll be calling upon you again. I am certain to do more of that. So right now, the contracts that we have signed with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, DDS, MRC, give us approximately $18.50 to pay our DSPs, our shift leads, our community support coordinators. $18.50. That is not enough. So the prior fiscal year, which would have been in FY23 for the start of FY24, the wonderful board of directors of the Arc of Opportunities said to me, please work with your staff. See how we can get a budget put together this year that at least lets us make the starting wage be $20 an hour. I am thrilled that we have a board of directors who also cares so deeply about our staff and the quality of the supports. So we pulled it off. Quite honestly, we cut an executive position, and the CFO and I are carrying those responsibilities rather than having a person in the position. And we made some other changes so that we could pay staff more fairly. Staff were thrilled. Now in FY25, we challenged ourselves, the year that begins July 1st, to see if we could get our wages to $21 an hour as a starting wage. And that's a essentially a 5% increase for the people who were at 20. And because of salary compression issues, we needed to extend that to all staff. So believe it or not, we succeeded at that. Now, that's a really tough thing to have done, but something I'm quite proud of, and I know our staff are grateful for. You may not know, but for the past 15 years, now that's the amount of time that I've been here, we've increased wages every single year. Now, at the beginning, wages were barely minimum wage. And so we have made progress with that and will continue to. So I want to repeat that our staff are absolutely our greatest resource because they deliver the mission and the quality services to our program participants. And we believe that we now offer the highest wages in the region so that we can attract and retain staff. The work is not done. It will not, I hope it's done in my lifetime, but we will continue to plug away at this every year. And honestly, I'm quite proud of what we have been able to do, and I hope you are too. So back to polo shirts, which is where this all started. If the budget information that I shared with you makes you want to change your decision, recognizing that we have, as an organization, taken reasonable care of our staff, our greatest asset, please reach out to your staff and tell them you would like to change your decision and go ahead and they will capture the size and the color, and we will put in another order after we put in the big one. So that's most of the financial news, but I want to give you a little bit more. Once or twice a year, I meet with small staff teams, every group home staff, every program here, small group teams, not a big staff meeting, but I'm sitting with 8, 10, 12 people maybe, and they've become known as conversations with the CEO. There's absolutely no agenda. I don't go in with a set agenda because I want to be able to listen generously and respond to the questions and the ideas that the staff have. And again, to repeat to them that they matter and it is important that they are listened to. So over the past winter, I swear every time I went to a meeting, it was either snowy, icy, or bitter cold, but warmed my heart to sit with our staff. They would tell me what they felt would make the ARC an even better workplace. And so I heard several themes, not just at one meeting, but at many meetings. And I was able to come back and say, listen, staff want us to continue to work hard to improve wages. And so we increased them by 5%, and most likely in most of our positions, the highest in our North Central and Worcester County, actually, region. They also told us that they hoped we could consider increasing our 401k match. And, financial planners tell us we should all be saving 10%. Sometimes that seems impossible. But here's what we did. We had been offering staff a 3% match, but we increased that to a 4% match for all staff. And so they put in 4%, we match 4%. They could put in 1, 2, 3% as well, but they can put in up to 4% and we'll match 4%. Well, that's 8% to your 10% goal. And so staff are pretty pleased with that. But as I said earlier, we're trying to retain staff. So we set a second opportunity. And for staff who've been here 6 or more years, we have increased their match opportunity to 5%. So again, they don't have to put in 5%. We urge them to. And if they do, that's the 10% that financial planners say is so important. That's a change that we believe, one, it reflects we listened to the staff. They told us what they wanted, and we did our best to see if we could. It's not always possible, but in this case, we were able to manage that. So I hope you will see that as just one more way that we really do support our staff. The other thing they asked for, this was an interesting one to me, they wanted to know if we would buy back a week of vacation. Some of them work so hard and so many hours that they're not taking their vacation. And much as I was saying, yeah, but I want you to take vacation and get well rested, I had to listen to them. And they said, yeah, sometimes the finances make more of a difference to us. So please consider it. I wasn't sure we could pull that off, but we did. And a number of staff had enough vacation stockpiled. They had to leave 40 hours. Things do come up. But if they had excess from that, we would buy back at least up to 40 hours of vacation time, or the equivalent of their week of vacation. So that was a really good thing. We continue to provide an excellent health plan. It's really fantastic. And we cover, believe it or not, 80% of family or single coverage for a great policy. And last but not least, we know that staff can, any of us, the statistic is most Americans will struggle to meet an unexpected expense of $400. That is a nationwide statistic. So we have said to our staff, we will loan you up to $500 for an emergency that you're facing. No questions asked. They pay it back over 10 pay periods of $50 a week. So it's interest-free, and it has supported them. I had one staff member say to me, I needed 3 tires and a new car battery, and I wouldn't have been able to come to work without that emergency loan. We would have lost a great staff member. And by having this emergency loan that we can turn around quickly for our staff, we were able to keep this person, and quite a number of staff have taken advantage of that. So if you were concerned about how the staff of the ARC are treated, I hope this assures you that they are the greatest asset we have, in that they deliver the supports every single day to the program participants and residents of our group home. So, not directly on a money theme, but I have a new topic now. And guess what? It is time to buy your auction tickets. The link will be included in this newsletter. It is October 11th. I hope I'm right about that date. It's the second Friday in October. And we would love to have you there. It's coming together nicely. It's always a great event. And remember what it raises funds for. Family supports, the roots of this organization. The thing that really is how we began 72 years ago and how we continue to move forward. There's not state funding for that given to the Arc of Opportunity. All the family supports we do are unfunded. And so we do need your help with that. And I'd love to see you at that event. It is a fun evening out. So gather friends, buy a table, come, and I guarantee you, you will have a fun experience. So look for the link in this newsletter. I'd say that is everything for this newsletter. So if you, I hope you've listened to it through the end. I wish you well. Enjoy the last days of summer. And I feel like I should sing it. I will see you in September. Be well, everyone. Take care.